Hello there and welcome to today's Summer Stamper Stack. Now, first things first, I pre-recorded these videos last night, Friday night. It's currently, let me just look, 8:10, and there are various children screaming outside, maybe children who should be getting ready for bed, but I think they've broken up from school, so they're a little bit excited for the school holidays. So apologies if you can hear any raucous children outside, but after having quite a challenging week personally this week, this has been the only opportunity that I have had to film these videos and get them uploaded onto YouTube in time for the class tomorrow. So I want to say thank you to the ladies who are taking part in the class today, which is Rachel, Alison and Vanessa. We've just got the 3 ladies today. If you have the pansy papers though, of course you can join in. Now I'm going to go through the pack that I sent the girls. You will have got a full pack of the designer series papers, and after I film these videos I'm going to email you and tell you if you want to do some cutting out of the pansies before you start the class. And it was this sheet of pansies. I've not used the stamp set for any flowers, just for sentiments today. The stamp set wasn't part of the class, but I have used the sentiments from it for my projects. So the ladies got a full pack of the 12 by 12, which actually, if you like it, is reduced by 15% this month to £9.14 a pack. So in the pack you got the 12 by 12, and you also got 2 soft succulent scalloped ovals and 4 basic white ovals. And then you will have 2 of these. Now, my apologies, one of them you will need to pop the little things out of because I just ran out of time to do that for you. Okay. And you will have got 3 lots of ribbon, one being the bumblebee gingham, another being the fresh freesia, and another one the soft succulent. Yeah, that's right. And you've got 2 meters of each of those ribbon, plus the cardstock, plus a tea and a coffee, a coffee and a biscuit. Cheers. Right, and I'll go through the card. Now, I've put this in very strict order, so if you've already got it out and been messing about with it and changed the order, then naughty, naughty. But I have put it in a particular order. Now, if you go with the basic white to the top, there are 2 sheets of the thin, the standard, and these are going to be for stamping on, and they're not for card bases, basically. They're for backgrounds, some embossing if you want to, and things like that. Then you have got a sheet of soft succulent, and this again is for matting and layering. You've got a sheet of soft seafoam, and you will have more of this than you need. That's for layering and matting. You will have a sheet of fresh freesia. Guess what? It's for matting and layering. And you will have leftovers of that too. And then the last 6 pieces of A4 are 3 of the thick white, a pale papaya, a fresh freesia and a soft succulent. And these 6 sheets are to do your 12 card bases, because you're going to make 12 cards. You also should have 12 envelopes as well. I've not got envelopes here, just to save me having to bring stuff home, because I've filmed this at home. So you are going to cut your own card bases and score them. When I do the video, I'm just going to make 1 of each card. I've already made 1, so you will have enough stuff to make 2 of each of the styles of card. You should have 12 cards left done by the end of the session, with a little bit of, well, you'll have loads of papers left. Should have some ribbon left and a bit of cardstock left. Sound good? You can pause it at any time. You can rewind by dragging the cursor back. And you can ask a question in the live chat. Now, I do need to talk about that because I have got a lot going on, and tomorrow I could be running about doing various things. So I will be trying my best to be online watching these videos for you, with you, not for you, with you, and being on hand to answer any questions. But please be aware that I might not be available straight away, because I am doing a little bit of running about after people tomorrow. So I'm going to break them down into, I'm just going to decide what I'm not going to say. I'm going to see how long each video takes, and then I'm going to decide whether I'm going to upload 6 videos with 1 card each. Obviously, you're going to make 2, or whether I'm going to upload 3 videos with 2 different designs on. I'm going to see how I get on. Okay, so the first, would you like to see all the cards? So here are the cards. Some are easier than others. There's a Julie favourite, patchwork in there. Have cased a couple of these designs. I can't get them all on screen actually, but there you go. I'm really pleased with them. I've not been at my most creative this week because of everything that I have had going on, but I'm really pleased with these, and they have cheered me up actually. So the first 2 we're going to make, we're going to warm up with this one. Okay, I'm going to make 1, but you're going to make 2. Okay, now where is my ruler on hand? Because I need my ruler to check measurements, and I should have, I can see it, I got it. Okay, so what we need first is we need, remember those ones that were at the back, and I said they are the ones for making the card bases? Well, you need to grab the soft succulent one, and you grab your trimmer, and what we're going to do first is we're going to score it first. Yep, this is the easier way to do it. So move your cutter out of the way, put the card in portrait, so vertically, and score at 10.5 centimetres. Score, no, don't cut. Ignore my blades, because if you've got this trimmer, there could be the opposite way round for you. And then we're going to put it in at 14.8, and we are then going to cut. So we have 2 lovely card bases, and we only had to score once. Yep. And then we're going to take that soft seafoam piece. Remember, I said you have that. You're going to have half of this left for another project. Let me just check my measurements. Yep. And we are going to put it in again, portrait, at 9.5 centimetres and cut. This is spare for you. I'm going to flip it round and cut at 13.8. And another one at 13.8, because you're going to do 2. Now, you don't have to do 2 now if you don't want to. If you just want to do 1 and have a nice relaxing class and not being, then just do 1. That's fine. I'm only doing 1, but I've cut the other one. It might be good for you to just make 1, but then cut the other one, okay? And then we're going to grab this lovely paper. It's at the front of the pack. It's got the bumblebee pattern on the side. And you are going to cut this at 9 centimetres. So put it in the right way. This has already been cut down to 6 by 12. So you're going to cut it at 9 by 13.3. So we've come in 0.5 centimetre from that soft seafoam measurement. Okay. And that's going to go on there like that. I know I go fast. This is my job. If I was making sewing things, I wouldn't be going fast because I'm rubbish at that and that's not my job. So, sorry, I just got a little WhatsApp then. I'm having to keep an eye on my phone tonight. Right. So then, all we're going to do, where's my glue? Is glue this onto the soft seafoam. This is like the quickest card ever. Let the paper do the work for you. That's what I say. Very little stamping, no ribbon whatsoever. So that's going to go on there like that. And doesn't that just look gorgeous? And I love the soft seafoam at the back, the paler green just picks out the paler colours, because there's a lot of the, well, there's all of the new in colours in these papers, plus Blackberry Bliss and the seafoam. So there, we've got that on there like that. And we now need one of our smaller pansies. I've chosen to use a purple one on my original card, but I might see what it looks like with another colour. Oh, I might go with the orangey one. What do we think? Just having a little drink. Can we see that all right? Yeah. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to grab a couple of 3 of the leaves. Now, the leaves are all different shapes and sizes, and some of them face a particular way. And it's nice to have different coloured ones. So you need to grab some that face a certain... You'll see what I mean with the point going out. Like that doesn't look right if I turn that upside down. Yeah. So that's going to go on there like that. And then what I'm going to do you remember on the top of your pile of card I said you've got 2 sheets of thin white for stamping on? Well, you're going to use your first one, and yes, you're going to break into a whole sheet, unless you've got some scraps of your own at home and you don't want to break into a whole sheet. Now this is 1.5 centimetres wide, and I'm going to do it the whole width of the soft seafoam, which was 9.5. So I'll cut it at 9.5. And then I'm going to flip it and cut it at 1.5. Yeah. Okay. Now, some of you might have this stamp set. I know Rachel got it as well. So I've used the sentiment that says, "A little hello from me to you," because I think that's nice. And it's long. It's a nice long sentiment. It's a lovely font. So we need a long block if you're going to use a sentiment like this. And you could get away with just using basic grey ink pad for all your makes, which is what I've done. Or Blackberry Bliss would probably work if you've got that. Or if you've one of these who's got every ink pad going, then, and you're in your craft room and you've got it all to hand, then go for it. Right, I always do a practice. Cheeky practice. And then I'm going to stamp it as far over to the right as I can, because I've got to be aware that I've got my, I nearly said poppy, I've got my pansy going on the left, yeah? There we go. A lovely sentiment and a lovely font. Okay, let's bring this back. I think what you'll find is once you put this on your card, oof, it's a squash and a squeeze. There's a book called that, isn't there? A squash and a squeeze. I think it's a, is it a Julia Donaldson one? Anyway. Sorry, I'm getting WhatsApps. I'm quite popular tonight, can you believe it? And I'm not as popular normally. So I'm not sure I'm liking that dark one, because I think it gets a bit lost. So I think I'll have that one. So let's stick this down first. Those kids are still playing out. I'll probably be uploading videos till midnight. And what I'm going to do is just apply a little bit of glue onto the pansy, not too much, and sneak it in there on a bit of an angle. And then I'm going to sneak that down there, just poking out a bit there. This one here. Yep, and then one at the top. So 3 leaves on this one. Now remember, you can make 2 of these. Okay, I've made two, ta-da! Look, can you see? I've had this one, had it in my window for a little bit of work. Can you see how it's faded, the card? I'm really good at that. Whenever I leave now, I pull the blinds down fully at work. Because the sun's so strong in the morning over there. It's nice, but so first card done. Very, very quick and easy, just to warm you up. I'm going to just check 15 minutes. Okay, so let's do card 2. I think I'll do them in 2s, and then there's just 3 videos, yeah? So that is card 1. Well, we'll call it card 1, even though you're making 2, if that makes sense, but there's 2 of them. So then let me bring in what I'm going to make for card number 2. And this one is this one. Okay, so we've a little bit of cutting to do on this one. And we're going to use one of the thick sheets of the white card. There's 3 of them, and remember they were more towards the back of your pack. And there's 3 of these, and we're going to score, don't cut, score at 10.5, and then flip and cut at 14.8. So we've got our 2 card bases, our white bases. And then we need some fresh freesia. So that was at the front. Yep. And guess what? I'm going to check the measurements, because I only made these cards yesterday and I've forgotten. I'm keeping this simple, actually. This is 9.5 as well. Now, I know that I've gone through these really quickly, but you could have paused these by now, or you could be on your first pause, you could be on your second pause, you could have had more than one pause. So, anyway, please just email me with any questions. And I've cut it at 9.5, and then I'm going to cut at 13.8. And obviously we're going to cut 2. I'll cut 2, even though I'm only using 1. Okie dokes. I need to change the blades on my trimmer, which I say every Thursday night, and then I forget until, to be fair, I've not even changed it on this one. So that's the fresh freesia cut. And then we're going to take this lovely background paper and this gingham one. So let me find some of that to show you. Oof, that should be good. So this one, I love this one. This one has the stripes on the back and the purple gingham. We're going to use this quite a bit, actually. Probably the most used one. Has the flowers on the back, all right? So we're going to cut this piece at 9. Now remember, you will need to do 2 of everything. I didn't say that, I don't think, when I cut the last piece of paper. Right, now I just need to check this, what I've cut this at, because 9. Okay, so it needs to be 9 by 13.3, but we don't want a full piece, so 9 across. So what I'm going to do to make it easy, yeah, let's cut it at 9. So it's 9 by 9, and you're going to do 2, remember, because you're doing 2 cards. I'll just do 1. So we're going to do it at 9 by 9, yeah? And then we just need the other piece, the gingham, to be 9 widthwise, 9 across. Yeah, there's a lot of measuring today. 9 across, but this is only going to be 4.3. Okay, 9 by 4.3. And it's a lot easier when we're doing this class if you've cut those flowers out in advance. So, guess what we're going to do? We're going to glue the paper down, leaving a little border at the top and at the sides. Yep, so eye it up at each side and get an equal border. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, all being well, everything you can think of, this should sit there and meet up with that, and you should have a same distance border at the bottom, which it looks okay to me. If you ever do something like this and you've not quite got it right and the bottom bit's a bit too big, doesn't matter if you overlap it, because we're going to put the ribbon on it. So the ribbon can hide any boo-boos. Yeah. So it's now ribbon time. What I'm trying to do is do one card with ribbon, one without, and do it like that. So I've put my project upside down now. I've not cut my ribbon, I've left mine on the reel, but obviously I've cut some off for you. This is the Bumblebee Gingham, and I'd leave it on your, don't cut some off your thingy, just leave it on. And we're going to bring it over to the left. And tie a little bow over here, quite far over to the left. I think I've got too much ribbon here, but the Bumblebee is only being used for this style card, this one. Obviously you're doing 2 and you've got 2 meters, so you should have plenty left. What I love about this ribbon is it does tie a lovely little bow. It's quite forgiving, and you just get that tightened up and that knot in the middle tightened up. Pull the little loops away from each other like a tug of war and get it tightened up, and then it makes your bow look bob on. Okay, and we're just going to trim that off on an angle if you want to, like that. I don't mind that it's tipping up. I quite like that. It's got a little bit of attitude and it's got a little bit of character. I like a little bit of character on my bow. Okay, and then we are going to use one of our 4 punched out ovals, and I need to grab a block. And I'm going to do this as a nice happy birthday with the basic grey again, and this is a lovely stamp. And remember, you don't just have to use this stamp with pansy projects, you can use this happy birthday with anything. So I'm going to ink this up. I should really be using my mat underneath, but I'm going for it. And then stamp it onto the punched out oval. Oh, there we go. Nice little stampy. Let's get comfortable. Right, we can just set that aside for now. And I am going to take a couple of flowers, one large pansy and one smaller one. Now I'm using a pink one here, so I might go yellow. I'm gonna do a bumblebee one, I think, and I might do a pink small one. See what that looks like. I like to maybe do them different so that we can see what they look like, you know, with the different coloured pansies. So now I need 3 leaves. So I'm just looking that I've got ones that, now that looks a lot better on the lighter coloured paper, doesn't it? Oh, I can hear a plane. It's not many planes that we've been hearing of late. And then that's going to go there like that. So what I like to do, now remember, it doesn't matter if your leaf's hanging over because we've still not put this on the white card base, so there's it doesn't matter if it's hanging over because there's some card. This is not the full width of the card. What I like to do is position everything first before I glue it down, just to eyeball it, see what it looks like, and then I'll take that little dark, well, it's not dark green, is it? It's evening evergreen. I'll take that away, pop a tiny bit of glue on, and I'll just slide that under there like that. And then I'll do the same. Now this one you have to be careful with because we're gluing on top of ribbon. So make sure you've got plenty of glue, not too much, but to trap the sort of ribbon under it. Now you might need it might need a few extra seconds of love to hold that down there like that. Yeah. Just checking that and that. Oh, I've lost one. Okay, my stomach's rumbling now. And then the pansies, I'm actually going to layer up with some dimensional, which I've lost. Oh, I had them out last night and I've not tidied up properly. Right, let me grab some more. Oh, hang on, they're hiding. I have got them. Okay, so I'm going to pop, this little one is going to be tucked underneath the big one. So a couple of pads on there, and that's going to be tucked under there like that. Yep, and then I'll lay some more pads here. Now, just to, I think we might get away with it, but it's up to you. But put pads at the left side, but here you could put a little bit of glue to just glue it, to just catch it on the pink small pansy to sort of even it out. And then it is actually attached to it. Oh, that one should be really the other way, but never mind, I've done it now. So that's going to go there like that, yeah. And then all it takes is just to slip that little greeting. I'm not happy. I might do it like that there. Pop it there like that. You might think, why have you not used that scallop oval? Because we need it for something else. So now that's going to get glued to the card base that we prepared at the beginning. And of course, you might do 2 of these. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to check, once I've made this, I'm going to check the time. It's half an hour-ish. Okay. There we go. There's card number 2. Okay, so we've done 1 and we've done 2. So obviously I've only made 1 of each because I'd already made 1, and it's taken me half an hour. So I would expect that it would take you double that time. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put, so you're not going and rushing and panicking, and then you can make a cuppa, you can have a wee, all that kind of thing, go stroke the dog, whatever. I'm going to put a video up on the hour. So this one went up at 2 and we're just about half an hour. So you've got half an hour to catch up, tidy up, maybe cut a few more pansies out if you didn't get a chance to cut them all out. And then the next video for card 3 and 4, yeah, will go up at 3 o'clock. All right. So I will see you back at 3. I'll see you then. Bye.